Texas boy, how are you, good sir?
I'm doing great on this nice Wednesday morning. The first time I'm doing this podcast in like a daytime.
Yeah, weird. It's weird to look at each other during the day. Do I look as pretty during the day as I do at night, Texas?
Yeah,
or do you
when
only
the
get
sun-
with me when the sun's down?
When the sunbeam hits you right in the eyes, bro, it just glistens. Like it's just kind of dreamy. I can't look away. Just staring.
I've often thought of myself as a glistener, whatever that means. Tex, what stories you got for us this week? Let's get your Tex message.
What did I do this past weekend besides play Dungeons and Dragons? All right, so I went to the store and bought a Switch to play Pokemon. That's pretty much the craziest thing I did this weekend. See, funny, like nobody wants a remake. Nobody wants a remake. And then I was like, but I want it though. And so I went to Walmart and I was like, I gotta have it. So I ended up just buying Pokemon and I've been playing it like every day. And I'm like, I didn't really want a remake, but I'm glad I got it because it's fun, and I can't wait. I'm looking forward to the next one that comes out. But I just hate how like the Switch's whole thing is we're gonna remake or remaster old games, and you can just play them. Make a new damn game.
Yeah, what's harder? Isn't like remaking an old game? Is that simple? Because it feels like it'd be almost as hard. It's like 90 on a stream, and it's like completely new. Like what's the same? Like the map layout, like. Isn't most of it like recoding everything for the new generation?
I think it's just much easier to just use an original, use a story that's already there, than it is to just come up with something new. For the most part, you have it like an HD quality. But if you don't got to spend the time doing storyboards and pitching ideas to people, you can just be like, we're making this. Like, all right, cool, thank you. I think that's much easier to spend time doing. Just look at Mutt.
Good point. Really good point. We see that a lot, and I feel you because I feel like. I don't know, maybe in my sense, because I'm not a coder, I feel like it'd be a lot harder to do that part than it would to come up with new story and new storyboards. Because like, how many books are there? Shit, you can open a book. Like, there's so many stories. It feels like it's easy to come up with stories, right? Like, we could come up with a story. This is Pikachu, but he finds him 5 gyms in. Boom, there's your new Pokemon story, and then he reunites, and he's like the most powerful Pokemon trainer ever.
Pikachu she gets amnesia, doesn't recognize Ash.
Yeah.
The whole game, Ash is trying to like somehow get Pikachu back from her new trainer.
Yeah,
he has to like get other Pokemon to end up fighting that trainer to get Pikachu back. Something like that.
New stories. I don't know. Cool. They came up with like hundreds of them, even though they kind of remakes for the animated series. Regardless, on to Mutt here. So actually, I just want to say this one little letdown that it was just Pokemon and not Children Discipline.
I mean, I go to the backyard for that. I don't need to go to the store.
And we'll look at some questions and comments from the last episode. All right, so Texas. You told me before the pod that I inspired you to get the Team of the Week bundle. Can you tell the good people of the Muttman universe why that is?
All right, so I was at work, chilling, you know, and when you're at work and there's no manager there, you just don't do anything. And so I'm on my phone watching GutFox stream, and I'm like, oh, okay, GutFox is buying a bundle. If GutFox is buying a bundle, you gotta pay attention. He don't buy everything. He only buys. I mean, he does buy everything. So, but like, why would he buy it? I think when was the last he bought a Team of the Week bundle?
My issue is that I stream during Team of the Week drop, so like people always ask for it. But it's been a few weeks since I bought a bundle for it. Yeah, for sure.
It's how bad they were. You're not going back into those.
I pulled those the first time they came out because they changed it. Yeah, and then didn't since then.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, if he's pulling this pack, this must be good value because GutFox kind of does things based off of what's going to bring him the most value. And I didn't even know there was a topper that guaranteed the Patrick Mahomes. And this year, they guaranteed 400,000 coins. Like, that's legit just selling coins.
I don't consider that selling coins.
No. It's not. But like the fact that you get the Legends Fantasy Pack bundle that costs the same price, you can get it 86. That's 35K.
It's 100%. Yeah, I like this bundle is what I want most bundles to be. Right, like you're right. Like the Legend Fantasy Pack, the Legend Fantasy Topper is trash, but you buy that for the fantasy packs and for hopefully getting that glitchy pull out of one of the packs. So this is what I've been arguing for so long. Like this is what bundles need to like kind of like look up to. Like this is the lead bundle. I don't know if I can't think during the day or what, or the coffee hasn't kicked in yet. But someone like one of those dogs in the mountains with the whiskey on their neck. Like one of those dogs. They find us in an avalanche of backpacks with a good topper here. We drink your whiskey to stay nice and warm, dog. Regardless, it's spoiled. and we always want things like this. So when you get a topper like that of offering cards, they've sunk down in price to like $350K today,
which is still a lot. Like,
yeah.
Unless you pull a full legend, I like a lot of some of these toppers that are guaranteed in the store, or like I'm trying to think of another pack, like a game changer pack. It's like you get like 5 games or 10 game changer packs, and your topper is just like another game changer pack. Like, what is that? Like I understand it's just something extra. This
Yeah.
was something that was completely like, because you got 12 packs and I think the 12 packs cost $10.50 basically. And so this topper was, you can just buy 10 of those packs straight up, and this topper was so much better. This something that's additional. They didn't factor it into the cost of the packs. It was just something additional.
Did they or didn't they? How much can you? I'm not on Madden right now. Can you check how much is like? Cause is it 12? What?
Yeah. So
fantasy.
Fantasy packs, Team of the Week League fantasy packs are $10,500. You get a discount and you get a $400K or $350K topper right now.
Freaking topper.
Yeah. Like, yo,
that's hot.
They have not dropped anything in the game, I think, that has touched that, and they're probably gonna screw up the Blitz promo by not dropping anything close to that again.
Is it, now Blitz promo with the Blitz promo will blow our backs out more with bundles to make people spend more?
It's their way of like throwing people that want, because I think it's just a way to throw money spenders incidents in place for those that are spending money for this week. Because if you spend money this week, you probably will have a lot of coins and a lot of good play.
This Team League bundle is different, and up until this point, like EA's here money spenders. Here's great value for your dollar, even though you pull shit out of our packs. A topper here to basically make it up. This is ever since they screwed up with selling packs too.
Yep.
Which I know a lot of money spenders love pulling. I mean the thrill of the chase, a bar or on Tinder or Grinder, so the thrill of the hunt for the limited time card is a good reason for a lot of people that spend money. So them adding primetime performer Kelsey in a day early, I think it was pretty nice of them. Obviously, I would have wanted somebody like new or different, like a Team of the Week limited time, instead of like them just like, taking from the next day and pushing it up. So it's like they still do the same amount of work, but they like reorganize it differently to help the players a little bit. They obviously added a lot more. They did a lot more today, like adding in. They changed. What do you think about them changing Doug Baldwin? I think are Seahawks fans pissed that they got rid of Doug Baldwin?
I mean, does he have a power up? I think he has a power up. Maybe. I guess if you want him for your team, he get a card eventually. It's just, I'm glad they decided to actually watch Monday night, because I was like, they're not going to change anything. Why would they change anything? Everything's already made. Because if you think about this, with Doug Baldwin, like they had to go ahead and make his power up and then make another version. So he goes to, he's a 92, right? And so Doug Baldwin's,
yeah.
Let's see. They already did all the testing, putting the cards into the game. So I figured they want to go ahead and not make that work for not. Because the next Doug Baldwin might be like a 90.
The artwork done. Why wouldn't, if they're gonna change? Why would they change it? Why don't they just add 2?
And so if he had a 92, that means he would have had gone to a 90 overall, which is 1,000 training or 1,100 training. Then they had to go ahead and test that card, and then obviously it's 92 for his 93. So they got to test like 3 cards there. It's not like it's gonna keep it. But I'm glad they actually decided to, because it ain't the first time this happened this year, but it's rare whenever they change. Obviously, we got TY as the limited time.
Yeah, well, as the master, yeah, but
master.
Yeah, Hilton's, yeah. So, it is. I don't know. It's kind of strange. Like, why don't you just put why couldn't they put Robert Woods? Like, keep Baldwin in. That may be 2 receivers. I was like, you've already done the work. Why?
Probably. He had a bad week. His week was like decent. 7 catches for 57 yards. Like, okay, he's gonna go off for the Panthers, so he probably get another card next week.
So they're just hoping he has a big game, so they can just reuse that work next week. Because I just don't get that.
Copy paste.
I can kind of see it. Like when I've made a shitty video before, I don't put it live. Like it doesn't happen often because you guys know I'm pretty much shit. So when I have not made them live before, and I can see maybe EA just like, okay, this is a shitty thing. People call it. Just release it.
Well, just don't
take your bad
it.
comments.
I don't know why they announce it. Why are you gonna? Or they don't even really announce it. Why do you put it on your account if you're just gonna change it?
I like that they announced it early.
No, I get that. I like it too, but like if you don't announce it, then nobody can complain about like Doug Baldwin not having your card.
Tex, are you telling them not to communicate with us again?
They're not communicating in general. They don't put. Hold on.
I think you're gonna be very disappointed, Tex.
I'm blocked by them. I mean, I see it on Reddit before I see it on the EA Sports Twitter account. So what are you talking about?
That's right. Maybe they don't. Maybe you all set? Did the cat eat it?
No, I didn't know my mouse can go to sleep.
19th.
All right, so they finally posted it. I remember some points I'll be like, somebody said, "Hey, I'm on EA's Twitter." I'm like, I don't see no damn link. And it was like, oh, it's on Reddit. I'm like, why is it always on Reddit first? Like, y'all can't tweet this out whenever it goes live when the damn blog's posted. Yeah, it's not hard to put it on Twitter and just drop and paste and hit enter.
I think someone must have like or a few people must have like an RSS feed out. They see that, it gives them like a notification, and then so it takes a while for them to actually be published on the blog, and then the Mutt Twitter account to see that, and them to post that link to it.
I don't like that excuse at all.
You don't like that? What do you mean?
No.
What? You need the link. You need the link. You need the
website.
You don't need
a blog.
First.
Just don't post it. Just post it to Twitter. You don't need a blog. Just post it to your just so that nobody.
I don't know. That's a big no for me, Tex. Why not? I like the blog.
Is the blog. Or you can just do it on Twitter, because Twitter's a better news feed than having people on Reddit post 3 hours for you guys to decide to post it yourself.
You make a compelling argument, but yeah, I don't know. All right, I guess it's fine. I prefer the blog, because here's the thing, like, EA for so long went away from the blogs, and I was like, oh, this is annoying. So like they'd announce things, but you'd have to like catch it as catch can. You had to be following the right developers. Like, so not everything, they didn't think everything was worthy of going on like the main account. So like they do it by different developers releasing cards and stuff, like, or when they'd have like influencers release stuff, so you'd have to like follow a whole bunch of random people that you didn't know. And you're like, oh, there was a what card released and who released? But I would prefer it all in one place, so that way if like I have to refer back to something, I don't have to go back scroll the thing that I wanted to do. It's kind of like, so what's nice about Mudhead, like if I want to see the history of a promo, I go on Mudhead on its history. Now I have some issues with Mudhead and the ads that they give on my phone and the auto playing of video, but I will say it's a nice time capsule of Mutt. So
that is true. I hate Mudhead because I was trying to make some lineups last night on my computer that I don't want to log into Twitch on for some weird reason. Like, log into Twitch. Let me order your Mudhead lineup. Log into Twitch. Let me use your lineup. Why do I gotta log into an account to use a fucking feature on your website?
Yeah, they really push that Twitch, and I think because they're owned by Twitch, Curse, because Mudhead is owned by Curse. Curse has then got bought out by Twitch. Twitch is bought out by Amazon. So like that's why they really want to show their value to the larger corporation, so that they push people to sign in and push people to Twitch. And I think that's why they push numbers to Twitch. I think that's why they have the video auto playing, so that way they can show they're pushing numbers. I mean, it's like what Mudhead's doing, right?
Basically, but they're also doing that shit Facebook was doing, where they're getting artificial views that doesn't actually mean anything, just because something's playing in the background. Like, it's all to deceive advertisers, and eventually it's going to come to a halt, because advertisers are going to realize not everybody, if people are viewing, nobody's watching this. There's no engagement. There's people. The numbers are up. There's no engagement. Engagement is all that people care about. Because I know Facebook got in trouble recently for their whole manipulating of the numbers, because advertisers were paying a certain amount for these numbers that people were getting, but they weren't getting. They were, because videos would just play on somebody's feed, but they weren't watching the video.
I mean, that's a valid point. Like, you go into a Mudhead stream on Twitch, and you won't see anybody talk who has like, he'll have like 1,000 viewers. It's like comment. Like, you could tell like fake views from real views just based on that engagement, like you say. So I mean, it's true. Like, I mean, it's legal, but don't get me, it does deceive. And I guess the only victims of that would be advertisers.
Yeah, once advertisers realize that they're being duped, then they don't give as much money to the content creators on the entire site. And so it's just like, it's kind of iffy. So I don't like what they're doing with that, because it may work for now, but in the long run, it's not going to do anything but cause a lot of issues down the line.
I can see, yeah, definitely. Or if people come to like a Madden stream and they see everybody always goes to like the top stream right away, and then they see like nobody's talking in the Madden stream, like, oh, this kind of sucks. Let's go to another game. So yeah. Anyways, that's off topic. But anyway, so keep up with the blogs, in my opinion. So we have something to reference back to it. Let's talk about 3 good. Do you have 3 good things? You asked me to put together 3 good things, 3 bad things. Do you have the same amount?
No, I haven't played since online. I'm gonna stream it, because I've really been looking forward to the deading of 335. But I guess if I can give you a quick 3 things real quick that from like watching you and CC's and Eric's videos, additions or add a play or remove a play. I like that, because now that's going to allow people to actually, I don't know, play the game the right way, instead of out here running just a spam blitz if EA can't seem to find a way to fix it. And I do like that they improved pass blocking for the most part. But I guess negative. I don't like the QB contains, and I really do not like that. What duo squads? All right, that's all I got.
All right. You kind of hit a few of my points. I will say about your 335. I think the reports of its demise have been greatly exaggerated. So
so before you go,
yeah,
you're gonna talk about how like if you don't do the contains, then you can still run the blitz still comes in.
Yeah.
So when I was watching a video, reason why the contains are annoying is because when they would do the contains, when I was playing against it, I got Michael Vick. I couldn't scramble out of the pocket. Now I'm not getting sacked.
Yeah. So here's the way EA in their development oftentimes takes shortcuts, and cutting out the contains like it is a big shortcut. Like making them just stop. I get it. I get the reason the nano detection, the reason they did that, because that was something they couldn't fix or whatever. But like nerfing contains like this, you just buffed the shit out of mobile quarterbacks like Mike Vick. Like Mike Vick went from better than pocket passers to like a whole nother like couple like power levels like difference. Like he absolutely is going to, like, speed at quarterback is absolutely, it's always been needed, but it's more now than ever, because you send a blitz, I motion in a receiver or block a tight end. It's unfortunate that they had to take out a key element of the game to make their blitzes stop. Like the smart solution, the way that you actually do it and you figure out how to do it is to fix your offensive lineman and your ability to recognize blitz to nobody. And so they take the easy way out. They pocket playmaker throwing off the back foot and completing it. And they take away like from like a more legitimate strategy. So obviously get your spies up, but even with spies, even like LT on a spy or Alan Page, who's a decent fast defensive tackle, low 80s, even with them on a spy, with Mike Vick rolling out, they still have a lot of time outside the pocket to find a guy coming open before they hit it. So it's unfortunate, but and then here's the thing with the 335 and what they found with the blitzes, like I see it that you want to nerf their effectiveness, but there are plenty of other blitzes that are amazing in this game that people are just going to move to for new pressure, either a 3-4, 4-3 over, 4-3 under, 3-3-5. Dollar, I'm guessing, is going to get a resurgence. If people, I mean, it depends if people keep running the ball, then maybe not. But 3-3-5, still good run D, still good blitzing. I've seen a lot of pros still in 3-3-5. So we'll see what that evolves to. Because here's the thing. Nickel normal, the four-man pass rush and nickel normal, the glitch there, dude, just slant to the way of your 3-tech, like kind of the overload side, and that defensive end gets such a good animation. It's pretty awesome. Like Bosa and LT, they're all slanting their ways. Like the pressure comes home in 3 seconds in nickel normal. It's the four-man pass rush in there, and like if you really want to make it hot, send 5. And it's like even when they're blocking 6, 5 against 6, you're getting a shed. You're getting that quarterback. It's almost as good as blitzing. So, and then there even are nickel normal blitzes even. Like I've been running a variant for a few months now, but like one that's kind of popped up in the last few weeks is like that man blitz. What is that? Mike something. Anyways, you send, there's like 6 guys send you. You crash your line, post patch, and then you user the leftist screen linebacker, and then like those 5 guys get really good pressure, or the looping. Wow, sorry, I'm sick. The looping comes through too. So anyway, and then have LT in that looping is really good. So there is definitely new pressure. People, I think, just don't like being pressured, but after a little bit, it's like it's buck up or shut up. Like stop using the same excuse over and over. For you, do your job, fix the game. So for now, it feels like people forgot how to kick high to the fullback because they've been kicking it deep to see what other people will give it a couple weeks. We'll have a scum kick back. 2v2 squads are a nice addition, and then like you said with the playbooks, I want to echo what you said. That's wait, one question. 2v2 squads.
Yeah.
Are a lot of people going to play that?
I think so. I don't know. I mean, I guess now that you don't have to you don't have to just have a random person playing with you. You can play with your homeboy. Mm-hmm. And I guess if you want to grind some series tokens, because my man does my graphics, Jason. He's like, yeah, if you want to play some 2v daily, like the weekly ones, because you get a lot of tokens weekly. Like I think it's like 10. But if you don't have a third person, you be in those games, you be doing some dumb shit.
Yeah.
So I guess if you just want to earn some tokens for Madden, now I don't think people be playing competitively because like playing 3 versus 3 is hard enough to stop people as it is. And so I think 2 versus 2 is gonna be a little tougher.
So
But since you can't, people were botting it, you have to manually trigger it, so it's kind of useless. And so like block shit and get to the quarterback to force those pressure. But now if you're not paying attention, if you lack off for half a second, you're gonna stand up and then just not get and then just get pancaked.
Wow. Okay.
So you can't. So you got to use everything, which then allows people to have time in the pocket because there's no pressure. And if you do blitz, then they could just run the bunch formation and just block everybody, and then basically just have 2 routes and have a guy run around the field till they get open.
Yeah, and it's hard to cover. Yeah, in a game like that where they can move.
Because it was glitchy in squads last year.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Basically, you can just ghost your way through squads, just put yourself on defensive end, and just like watch a motherfucker go to work. He would get the jump. He would jump every time. It's annoying this year because like a lot of stuff still broke with it. You still fucking freeze. You're trying to block somebody. If a guy
difference. Yeah. It. As we know, a lot of shit's wrong. Like I don't know. Bugs pop up in the coding, and I have honestly no explanation for something like that. But do you think squad things are getting shit for views? They're getting shit for play. So do you think nobody's playing squads because like when I say nobody, I mean like a lower population? Do you think a very low population plays squads because a very low population watches the stuff on YouTube?
I don't even. It's kind of hard. Like if you if you get to the top 100 for squads this week, and we'll get you fucking like some extra shit, like you get a diamond pack, stuff like that. But then like number 4 is at 713, which seems like a huge drop off. I want to say from last year.
Yeah, I mean, if you compare it to the MUT leaderboard, how many's number 1 there have?
Let's go to the MUT leaderboard right now. It's probably going to be a lot more because guys like playing with their wild card, especially because sometimes they're not good.
Yeah, I agree. Did EA screw up integrating this into MUT instead of like its own separate mode like NBA has?
Actually, there should be a squads draft champions. There should be a squads.
No, I'm talking 7. You create your own player, or not even 7-on-7. Maybe it could be 5-on-5. I don't know what it would be, but level up with experience like that, and you could get like, customizable
8-part.
Not like that, but I mean like something similar.
I got you something where you just create your own player, play in CFM, and you can rank up. I just don't think they want to do that because they're not. I don't like 7-on-7 is like 5-on-5.
Do that something.
It's no teammate graded squads. If your teammates out here throwing picks, they don't kick him out of the game. He just stays. If he's out here just taking sacks, out here throwing the ball in 2K, if you have a turnover, teammate grade goes down. And if you get to an F, you get kicked.
Huh? Then what happens? Then it's 2-on-3.
Then he's basically played way more games than that guy's played squads. And keep in mind a guy that plays
CPU quarterback. So like, wouldn't that have been a better idea for squads, like to get more people to play it?
Just something different besides the MUT. There's no entry to MUT. So if you wanted like, that's no free, I guess, no cheap. So if you like, they could have just did something where if you wanted to like try to get into MUT, like there should still be free modes to play. This is just playing solos. Like you should at least, and then you just basically go back and forth, pick players you want, and then you can play with that team. And if you win, you get some stuff to help you. Like it can do DC, and they can also do reg teams. So people can just play with their favorite teams against other favorite teams. And then play a friend also has kind of killed interest because people still want to do like YouTuber versus YouTuber matchups, like some tournaments like that. But they don't really have an option to. Your Twitch Prime subs wanted to play. We'll say Problem, and then 2 of his duos. I tell you, duos was not called for. We want play a friend. That's all we want. Play a friend. That's not the game next year, bro. They're completely just ignoring us.
Did we bury those 9 months ago?
Yeah.
This podcast is ahead of its time. Jake Stein alluded to it because somebody asked him a question about that. Like that was one of the viewer questions about duo squads, and he said, "I'm gonna give that guy something because that's really cool that he's all about that." So Jake, you could tell the excitement in his eyes that about duo squads. So Jake, tip of the cap. Glad that you're making changes.
It took 9 months, but it should have been the game at launch. But all right, I'm not about to.
You're so negative, Tex.
I'm not negative. It's just something that should have been the game at launch. I just think they wanted to kind of wait and drop it now so they can be like, we up there. Actionable card. The training is full. If you have a NAT, is half.
Yeah.
And so his explanation for 840K or 840 training, I should say, is because we wanted to hire.
Sorry, let me finish.
Yeah,
gotcha. The person at EA making these decisions is a total piece of work. Like, just make it consistent. Don't be like haphazard. Like, all right, well, I guess those 4 hours you put in for those solos, we're not going to reward you enough training. Like, do they not understand training is NAT anyways? Like, don't they just give away NAT golden tickets like they're fucking candy? So like, what's the problem with giving away NAT training points? Stop with this breed. Give us that NAT training value. Like, don't be doing this bullshit. Like, of telling us you didn't put enough time for this amount of training points. Like, it's time to stop. All right, time to stop.
Yeah, and my thing is just don't defend it. Just say you heard your feedback. We're providing it to the.
I've been wrong. Yeah.
I was like, Kraylor, I know you just kind of got back and everything's getting situated, but like in the training, so I'd rather it be lessened so that way I don't got to spend all the time grinding for a
Our
card.
team decided this was the proper reward for the solo string, and get.
No, it's not auction, not tradable, not quick sellable. Just make it collectible. So
What do you mean collectible? I'm not seeing his.
Here, I'll find it. I was dying.
You're laughing.
Yeah, cause I was talking to my man. Cause my man has a Dolphins team. My man Jordan was talking about how he.
Just read it out to me. You don't have to send it to me.
All right, he says, just going by the answers you all hear, it's by design. Also, Mason, be careful with using words never. Check out what the Monsters was solo from set in half. So he provided an example to prove people's points. And people were like, you can't do that. And somebody said, this just proved our point. It's always been half. Not complaining, just bring it to your attention. Nonetheless, enjoy your weekend too, Cray. And Kraylor writes, the community complains. There are some trade-offs that have to make this happen. This was by design. Have a great day. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. But it wasn't by design. Because if it was by design, it would have been.
But not the training reward? I don't know. That seems silly to me. Like, it goes along with this whole NAT thing. Like, the training points are NAT. So, like, they're essentially equal to a over, like, I can see a little bit why they're okay giving us a 93 NAT, but not the training, because you could use the training on other cards. But I just hate that whole, like, thinking, like.
And what that card possibly could be, which is coins. Because you can use that 1,300 training and probably spend what, a couple of K, but maybe like 15K on some cards, and turn those into some flashback packs and get a card probably 200,000 coins in value.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
you can quick sell one card and get. You can either buy all the pieces for the tokens, do something crazy with it.
So you think we should expect more of this in the future?
If this is by design, it'll take less than 11 hours to knock out. It's going to be an item that you.
Okay, here's a question I have for you to wrap this whole thing up.
Yeah.
Would you be okay with them taking away?
You go and just make sure you can't add any power-ups to them. I know some people might be mad about that. But 99, they're going to be getting them out for free, and they're going to be going for like 10 trainings. It'll be kind of funny to see.
Yeah, training will eventually put into training, but like, I guess both ends of it, I'm only. Shit, hell, I use a lot of training. I just used 1,200 last night on. But then the stream said we'd rather watch T.Y. Hilton gameplay than Kelsey. So I'm like, all right, this agenda. This is going on a while. We're on like the third point. What the fuck? Like into coverage. And like they could just come down with it, where your DB doesn't get an animation, or you gotta just like watch the ball sail over his head. That's an issue with the patch. They haven't fixed. Like it's all over the game too. Like sometimes you call the wrong blitz, but then like, or maybe the offense, or even good decisions sometimes aren't rewarded well enough. Like say I call a flood pattern, and I throw the ball, and like so there's a streak with like Tyreek Hill. I got another receiver coming behind him, and then like a guy to suck down the flat on the. They were able to break on the ball. They stop on a dime, break on the ball faster than a receiver can run. They go from stop speed off your corner route. It's disgusting. Or they'll stand a little bit more randomness here, but like it's terrible because I got Dion and he'll either make an amazing play on like a ball away from him. Like I'm like, oh my god, that's unworthy. I don't want my guys being superheroes. Like I don't want the Flash out there. I want Deion Sanders, who's immortal, but he will make the play on the ball when it's there for him.
That's what needs to happen. Like there's certain cards that just have to play above the competition, and so it's frustrating when I got so mad because like that's why I want to play head to head, but then I live vicariously through you, and I'm just like this is how I react if I was streaming this. There's no other way to react. So this dude, like last night, Guffox plays a game that he loses, and Dion swats the ball instead of picking it, and then the defender or the offensive player ends up catching it for a touchdown.
Yeah, 4th and 19. That was awesome.
I was just like wait a minute, that's not. It doesn't. I mean, there's certain things that do happen like that in real life, but just like no, it's just like come on, man, like Madden. You made a good display in the game, decided to bail out your opponent, who doesn't have any tip drill on his player, and he catches the ball anyway.
I know. It's like, okay, that's one fluke. That's fine. If that happens once every few games, like, yeah. I see that happen in the NFL. That's fine. And then the very next drive, He throws a pass to Moss right at my safety. Moss gets the animation for that high point. Kraus is sitting there sucking his dick, and then I click on and hit X to swat the ball to get an animation. Instead, the 3 guys near Kraus like don't react. So Moss gets the pattern. Kraus, like I dive with him instead of getting an reaction because I'm hitting X. So he gets a user stumble recovery. The rest of my defense pauses and doesn't do anything. The 3 guys near him fall over, don't do anything. I don't know if I hit B a lot and I hit X. I don't know why, but they all hit the ground. The rest of my defense is standing around. Moss user stumble recovery is touchdown. That was the next drive. Then the drive after that, he throws a ball down the field right at my DB. I think it was Night Train Lane, and he makes a diving catch while being impacted and hangs on to it for a nice long touchdown. The ball went 6 inches away from my linebacker's shoulder, and like right there, and catches it. And I'm like, all right, that's it. I turned off my Xbox. I turned off stream. I was done. It's so like these bad decisions are just thrown at you. They're just thrown at you constantly, and they're rewarded. It's mind numbing how they haven't punished players more for that kind of stuff in a competitive game. Like I can see if there's like simulation, and I have Megatron, and you have like, I don't know, some shitty DBs that Megatron's spec catching over. Like, if it's based off, like, we're trying to simulate the NFL, but it's not. That's not how they code the game. If they go that way, all right. If they say, hey, our game is going to be more arcade style now, crazier things are going to happen, this is going to be NFL Street, we can play that game. That's not their messaging to us, though. Their messaging is, this is a competitive game now, so treat it like such. And I can't treat it like such with that kind of stuff happening.
Okay, all that's inexcusable. It's just if a play's to be, if you have in good position and then your opponent does stuff like that, and then if you're in the same situation where you make the same type of throw, it just doesn't go that way. It's just like either be consistent or
exactly you hit it.
Yeah, just be consistent. Like the randomness is cool because it happens in real life. Like how the Chiefs lost that game this past Monday, where they would have won if Scandrick caught that interception.
Oh right, yeah.
But he did it, and then all of a sudden they get a touchdown very next couple plays, which is like what happens in Matt all the time. If you don't catch a pick, your opponent's scoring a touchdown.
If I don't catch a pick, I'm breaking a television, which actually happened to me.
Yeah. So it's just like it just need to be like I hate when so it happened to me the other day. So I play in Draft Champions, so I wanted to play some head to head. My opponent threw 2 picks. Both should have been pick 6. Camera fucked me over twice.
Jesus.
And then I get the ball back after he scores. He hit sticks me. He fumbled the ball. He picks it up in stride and goes.
God damn it.
I'm just like, it would have been a 14-0 game. And he might have quit. But instead it was a 14-0 game the other way because I ended up fumbling the ball and he returned it twice because the camera angle didn't fuck him. It fucked me on the intercept. My user fucked me over, but his did it.
I'm glad they changed that camera angle. I don't know if it's fixed yet, but man, was that fucking shit before this patch. Like, it seems like the camera angle's better, but yeah, I totally agree. That camera angle and that was so bad. But like fumbles, I get it. Fumbles happen in the real NFL, but like, how often do they happen to running backs? Once a season, twice a season, right? What was Adrian Peterson when he was during his prime? Haven't we had this discussion before? Adrian Peterson fumbles.
I think we probably have.
Like the most fumbles he had in the season was like
9 or 10. Like he was something like
no, not even.
Was it less than that? I thought like his rookie season. That'd be like it was high. Or
you're right. It was 9. You're right.
Yeah.
All right, 9 was his high. He had 9, 7, and then 1, 1, 4, 5, 0. Well, 0 was the year he was out. So he has had quite a few fumbles. So like once every. In the most fumble-prone running back in the NFL, who also led the league in yards, he had 9 fumbles that season, so less than 1 a game, which is fumble-prone. I will say that. In Madden, I guess I don't fumble once a game with my running back, do I? Now that I think about it, it is once every few games with the running back, and then like once every 2 games. Like your quarterback's gonna fumble. You can't count quarterback fumbles in fumbles. Because that's just a game mechanic. Don't scramble your quarterback and take hits. Receivers fumble a lot more for me than running backs, now that I think about it. But like,
it's just once it happens, it just doesn't stop.
Yeah. Once a running back normally fumbles like once or twice a season, right?
Good ones do typically. Like Le'Veon, like maybe 1 a season. Gurley's, I don't even know if Gurley's fumbled all this season, but I think like 1, maybe 2 a season.
Yeah. Let me look for other running backs. So like, obviously, I'm looking at the most fumble prone guy in in recent memory. But they were even seeing this. He only fumbled once a season. So it's unfortunate fumbles because they could definitely change the game. And like I had a game, was it Monday, where I fumbled 3 times in the game. I was like, oh fuck, how am I supposed to win a game giving up 3 possessions?
This ain't Monday, bro. The fact that they had Mahomes had 5 turnovers, and had 50 points still. That doesn't happen to Madden. You get 5 turnovers, bro. You might as well cut the game off and come back tomorrow to play because you're not gonna. If your opponent has 5 turnovers, and the game's close, he's not good.
I will say I picked my opponent off. Well, I played a game last night. So did I play 2 games last night? Maybe I played. I don't remember. One of them, he was throwing streaks the entire game. Maybe I played 2 games last night. He threw streaks the entire game. Literally, I picked him off 4 times. I beat him on the last possession because all he did was spec catch me. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I tried calling cover 4. Straight up verticals out of a bunch against cover 4 quarters is a 1-play touchdown. Learned that one the hard way. Like, I knew my setup, how to 1-play cover 4 quarters.
Yeah, the fake screen wheel.
Yeah, either fake screen wheel, that one works, or streak from the trips, out route, slant route, going from inside out. So that's a 1-play touchdown also. But I guess cover 4 palms covers that better. But cover 4 palms sucks against crosser, PA crosser. So you got to user it. Or verticals. You got to use the strong safety there. I don't know. As much like this is another negative. Cover 4. Do you guys know how many patch notes do they have on cover 4 and fixing it? It still doesn't have a trips or bunch check. It's just fucking stupid. Like how do these people? How is this their jobs? They dedicate their life, their entire working career to making these coverages work, studying the NFL. Like, they're all talking about, oh, we have such passion for the game. How do you have a passion for the game, but it not translate to the field? Like, how do you not understand? Like, how can I break your game in 15 minutes? Like, do you not do this? Like, are you just do things half-assed? Like, what is your passion for the NFL if the NFL rules and the zone coverages and stuff break like this? It doesn't seem to be very much to me. Like, because how can you take pride in a product and you put this out there for the public to consume when it doesn't match up to what you see on the field? So
why do you think in cover 4 that the outside cornerback has to guard the inside receiver in trips?
Like, so like in 2x2, you could switch off and stuff, right? Do you remember that one play where Tyreek Hill made Sam Shields fall down on Monday?
Yeah.
That was a cover 4. So they switched off the number 2. I think, was it the number 2 and 3 or number 1 and 2? But they did like a streak and a post. Sam Shield was supposed to go with the streak, but he fell down because he didn't recognize it and just, couldn't transition. Mm-hmm. So Tyreek went on a streak. So like in cover 4, it's like a man match, like they say. So they trade off. In Madden, you trade off like it is. But like they just don't check trips and put in proper rules. I get it, it's complicated, but you were literally at the studio for over 2,000 hours a year. Put in that time to understand. Like I could fix this. Like, you could look at these rules. How long do you think it would take to fix cover 4? I bet you sit Zan down, you sit NY Kia, you sit some of these people in the community that understand cover 4. Bring them in. They could fix it a week of time. Pay them. They'll fix your cover 4 trips check, bunch check, your rule check. Like, it's not rocket science. We could talk about it. You're like, oh my god, this is a hard conversation, but the conversation lasts 2 hours, right? To talk about all through cover 4, and you have 1,000 times that many hours in a year to do it, and I don't know. It's just frustrating to see how poorly designed a lot of these zones are and concepts are. And then my last bad thing is linemen still don't block well on like runs and stuff, and pass blocking still. Disengage. They said they patched disengage, so I still haven't fully tested it, but I know on the runs, Lyman is still missing blocks and whatnot. So I think we should move on from gameplay for now.
Okay, let's do that. I just really I guess I'm telling you, they just gotta go back and start over, bro. That's all. Gameplay would be so much better. They just build the code back up instead of this legacy shit.
Yeah,
because the fact that they said he fixed a lot of this stuff, and then a lot of the old stuff actually comes back now. That I don't think face screen wheel is still as great. Cause I think you still got to like modify it, but the fact that face screen wheel is back when it was gone, it shit got resurrected because these patches just reverse shit. This is why they gotta go the Fortnite way, just copy Fortnite's philosophy and just make your game like a beta. And then just keep it that way so you can just do free updates.
They're moving to the live service model in order to not have to do these patches. So that like they're doing it even better than a beta. So that way they can change it all server side. so they don't have to send out these patches. So they can just change it on their end. I believe. I think that's what they're doing. So they don't have to do the whole first party certification thing. All right, move on. We talked about squad duos. Thanksgiving. All right, let's talk about this. Did you like the Thanksgiving promo? Rated out of 10.
All right, so my day one.
All right, let's do it at the end. Let's get the rating after we talk through it. Go
Okay.
through your day one, day two, so on and so forth.
All right, so day one, I love the solos because it was like less solos for a really good reward. So that was dope for guys that wanted to grind. Wasn't a fan of the turkey backyard getting solos with dad versus whatever. I thought those were stupid. They're not worth the reward. You get a uniform, the 23 solos, and just for 11 flyer collectibles, which would have been basically, I guess if you knocked them out that day, they could have been good reward because I think a lot of the golds were 12K first day. So if you'd have knocked them out day one, you probably would have ended up with a decent amount, over 100K. So that was good value then.
Yeah.
Didn't like the fact that some of them were like, I think the last two were like 10 minutes and like 15-minute full game quarters. So stupid. Fires into players to sell. So I love that aspect. Then I started doing some math, and then I was like, oh, I hate these turkey trotters because none of these players are worth this price right now. You can do these souls, do the objectives, and you can get the prices down, but for the most part, you'd be spending between 500K and 800K, 700K, I should say, for a 90 overall that may or may not get boosted.
Yeah,
Wasn't
what
a
the
fan of
fuck's the
that.
deal with that?
That one, I think.
How horseshit is your economist? Go on.
I think they planned on dropping the solo blitz which is what we're doing right now, to alleviate some of those issues. But I don't think they thought that through because to get one token, it was 2 gold players, and if you would have did it day one, the gold players are 12K, 10K if you wanted to like sort down.
Yeah.
And obviously they're cheaper right now, but it'd been 20K for one token.
5K, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're doing it day one and not knowing they're going to drop a crazy amount of flyers for this upcoming weekend, you would have ended up spending way too many coins on a player that, even if you were hit as 93 overall, might not be a really good option to keep in selling for as much as it costs to do. And so that one was annoying. But then I absolutely love the fact that we got the 93 from the solos. On top of that, that can go into the set for the Walter Payton or the Lawrence Taylor. And yeah, and you got 5 players back, so you put 4 players into or 5 players into the set, any one you wanted, and choose the 5 you wanted. And a lot of them have power up, so they can help improve your team. So, I guess when it first came out, I would have gave it like a 7, just because I really liked a lot of the things they did. And then the packs were, even though they weren't great,
You like the harvest packs.
I like the harvest packs just because, like, if you buy them with, because you can get like really good pulls out of them that make your coins back. Like the 88s are still going for like 90K. The price of these cards have not gone down. Like a lot of these, like you pull a 92, it's still like, or 91, it's like 300K. So just like you pull a really good item, you're gonna make your coins back. Whereas like, and they seem to be popping out of packs. Like this seemed like the first promo where, like, no matter what you pulled, you were gonna pull a really good player. Because like even out of the that $1.50 pack, like, you pull some good stuff popped out of that. I've seen a lot of guys pull 93s and 92s out of that. So some of the odds got boosted, and then the market's also just keeping things expensive somehow. It's kind of amazing.
It's the sets keeping things expensive,
Well,
which we know. Yeah.
Well, I forgot that people are still trying to do those sets, but the fact that a lot of these 93s are still like 380K, and it's Wednesday when we're recording this.
Yeah.
I expect this shit to go down like you know how last year they wrecked the market with making Barry Sanders from 1 million coins like 400K.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna happen with this. I thought we were gonna see Walter Payton at like 500K. Not the case. Everything is still being held up right now.
I mean, I think it's just because how dominant LT is, right? And I mean, Walter Payton's good. I mean, obviously Ricky Williams, everybody has him maxed out, or they should. Well, not should, but a lot of people have him maxed out. So Walter Payton's not as impressive as he should be, but he's still Walter Payton. And Lawrence Taylor is the best player in defense. Like, it's not even close. 90 speed. Let's not get into that. So I always pulled almost the worst thing you can. Like out of that guaranteed topper of Goff and Mahomes, so the solos, I did the solos, they were solid. I don't know if I would have done a lot better for the coins at least, but I wouldn't have sold LT. So I guess day 1 of a promo, always do your sniping. Day 2, 3, do solos, and it's like it seems like they got the solos down. The packs are okay, but
what am I missing right now? Because it's better now. Oh yeah, the potluck pack was what really, you know what?
It like, because everybody's cornucopia pack memories. It feels like we all bitched about it last year. We bitched about it this year, but we just kind of like gave up. Like EA's not listening to us. All right. So here's the thing: if you get your turkey, your harvest now to turn those, you could turn those into gold at 5K a piece and sell them. Right? The absolute minimum value, those things it's 300K. 5 times 6K. So the clear route to go for economic sense would be the sell just for golds. That's not exciting, right? Selling for market value, not exciting at all. So turkey trotters, I think, should have been cheaper to make. If you can bring that down to 40, then it costs you at this moment 200K. If you get to replace opportunity cost 200K, then you have about like a 100K loss or a potential 250K gain, which I think is fun. Maybe it doesn't make economic sense to EA, but in my opinion, that's fun. Now that's if you're giving it free, right? So you got to also take into account the fact that you're not getting it for free. So that potential 250K bonus is in Magic free world versus the opportunity cost. You got to convert 2 golds to 1. So we're not. Are we giving enough turkey trotters or flyers to get a turkey trotter? I think I saw math that said even with solo blitzes, by getting ultimate, you only get 53 of them. Is that right?
So if you get the 20, you get 20. The solos plus the objectives, I believe, got you 26.
So you get 26.
If you do solo battles for the past 2 days and you placed top 20.
No, don't do that. There's only 20 people. Just do ultimate. What's ultimate?
Okay, no, top 100 gets you 20 though. So top 100, there's only 100 people though. Ultimate 7.
7. So you get 26, 33, 40. You'd have 40 if you got ultimate the last 2 days.
Give you enough for a fucking cornucopia. You know, potluck pack. Who about to do a potluck pack? I need y'all to do one for me.
Yeah.
Yikes. Gutfox, you need to do one. You know what, Gutfox? I'm gonna do one, and I want you to pull it for me.
I have the worst. I've actually had decent luck on other people's accounts. When I pulled somebody's. What did I pull? I pulled somebody's like #1 weekend league rewards, or someone's #1 rewards for something a while back. Okay. And I pulled fucking fire. Maybe it was solo battles or something.
So what we'll do is because I'm gonna place top 100 in this week's solo battles as well. But the thing about it is they remove the set tomorrow before you get your sold out rewards for the turkey trotters. So I won't be able to do any of those sets. And so I'll have 67 tokens. Right. And so what we'll do is I need you to hop on my account and I'll turn my face cam on and you turn your face cam on and we'll do you pull my cornucopia.
Do you just want to You just want to see our sad faces, are seeing 2 sad faces better than one? Why don't you just replace me with the emoji of sadness?
I couldn't. I just want you. I want you to. It's Thanksgiving, bro. We gotta be together. Be thankful for one another.
It's true. I am very thankful for you. Maybe we'll talk at the end what we're thankful for this year, Texas. That's a good idea. I'll put that at the end of the podcast.
All right.
What are we thankful for this year? All right. So potluck pack next year. I hope they do something similar to 15, where they give us 4 legends that we could potentially pull out of that potluck pack, because that would totally be worth it for 40.
The thing is, though, it would have been worth it if it was everything else they had. They took out 7 items, which we didn't really discuss. The potluck pack, reason why it was bad was because they took out the elite guaranteed, I believe. It was a lot of guaranteed stuff, like flashback, veteran, football outsiders, elite. It's gonna be a bunch of good stuff, and they're like, nah, we're not doing that. So how was it the wrong graphic? Was the economist just not working that day and just saw the stream on Twitch and was like, no, we're not doing that? How do you put 20 things on and then take 7 off? And then on top of that, you didn't even be like, it's either or. I'd have been cool if it was 13 random programs, but there's certain guarantees you got in it. So you got
13 of the 20.
Yeah, if it's 13 out of the 20 programs, but you got 6 of them are guaranteed, and then everything else is kind of random. Because I don't want a can't player. I rather, if it was a flashback and all the other stuff that you could pull, cool. But the fact that they kind of made it worse, and then on top of that, they didn't really. There's a lot of the cards that you end up pulling, like the Gatorade golds, don't have any value because, maybe you can probably do some of the sets now because a lot of the cards they go down in price because a lot of people actually did those sets. I don't even know why. A lot of people, it didn't make any sense. It's just the fact they took 7 things out of it and then it didn't kept the bad things in there. They could have removed, like I said, those lesser cards, remove the Rising Star and give us a instead of that a Football Outsiders Elite. remove the. I think it might be, what is in that pack? I don't even remember. Remove the Canton Hall of
Hall
Famer,
of Fame, yeah,
and just put a veteran player instead. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, like if it was all 20. I mean, that Potluck pack would have been fucking bonkers. Let's not get it twisted.
That's why people were excited about this promo.
We were really excited about that.
Players.
Yeah, but then they changed it a few hours later, and everybody's like, "Oh, well." I think I think I got the top. I was very proud of my comment referencing Firefly. I got the top comment on Reddit for curse you for your sudden but inevitable betrayal, EA, something like that. And I see we got some sophisticated Firefly fans out there. I'm very proud of everybody for watching that absolutely amazing show. Regardless, yeah, that's the thing. Like the Pollock pack of the 20, absolutely bonkers. But you're right. Here's the thing with the graphics. Not a lot of people. This is kind of like under. Not a lot of people say that they screwed up the graphics a lot. They also screwed up the LT and the fuck graphic was that? LT and Walter Payton graphic, where they said add any 4 of those 93s to get this card, and then in the game and even in the stream they said it was 5. So like their graphics have screwed up a lot. I'm guessing they make it because working in bureaucracy, as I have in the past, you need to go through a lot of approvals, especially for like the thing is like we see this as a game. But like the upper levels of management of EA see this as their bonus, so they take it seriously, and they need to look at everything. Like they don't just like let the guys that make the game. It's kind of like in the NFL or Major League franchises, when your ownership meddles in the front office and they start making decisions, you have a really poor franchise. You want to know why the Steelers, the Packers, the New England Patriots, outside of quarterbacks, have been good for so long? Because their ownership doesn't meddle. Like the Packers don't have ownership. Rooney leaves that shit to the front office and the people that know stuff. And then like I think Kraft trusts Belichick by now. I know Kraft talks a little bit. He does a little bit of decisions, but I think the best ownership, the best top management delegates and lets the guys that make the game, that know the game on a day-to-day basis, make the decisions. That's not how EA runs. So EA runs through a lot of approvals, both through their own internal chains and through the NFL, about a lot of things. So they need to make separate graphics to see, okay, that's enough, whatever. Like, so I can see why the wrong graphic would go up if there's miscommunication, because it doesn't feel like, as bad as EA communicates with us, outside of like, say, a couple of their guys, as bad as EA communicates with us, I'm sure the communication internally is just as poor.
It probably is. I just feel like they're kind of maybe clicks and stuff. They don't talk to everybody like they probably should, like they need to.
Yeah, they don't do enough reply all. As much as people hate reply alls, I've found a business like I hate reply alls. I hate doing them. They are really, really helpful. Like. It was like, oh god, I got another 100 emails today, and they're like 60% of them are reply alls, just information. Like, it's still a good idea. Like, so I don't know, but that's just off topic about Mud. But anyways, I could see why they just have poor communication, and that's why the wrong graphic went up, because they're like, okay, this is it is, but we got mixed up, but it's actually supposed to be this because this guy didn't like that, and we make group decisions, and group think is what it is. Everybody's got their own opinion, and not necessarily like when you half-ass everything, it's not as good. So regardless, that's enough about bureaucracy in the Potluck pack. But mistakes happen.
Yeah. So if I had to rank the promo now, since they decided to actually give people a chance to get them trotters, if you had a bunch of collectibles already saved up, if you're really good at playing solo battles, I go back up to like a 7. It sucks that like you only had you had to have some collectibles already saved up or go spend coins to even come close to getting one done if you already spent some, but at least they made it a little bit more affordable. Yeah. Now instead of spending 600,000 coins, you only have to spend 200,000 coins if you can place high in solo battles or just place top 100. So yeah, that's a positive, which I'm happy for, because more people are doing those sets. That's gonna be good for theme teams, because I'm gonna be really mad in December, or no, not like December, March, when I'm trying to do a theme team and there's no Mark Akers on the market because nobody could have done this set or wanted to do this set.
Yeah. Here in the all right, I'll get my rating. You're gonna be very surprised. I think this promo was an 8.8. I think.
Oh.
Yeah. One thing we didn't mention, there were plenty of very usable players. And if a couple guys get upgraded to 93, even more usable player. If that Galladay goes to 93, he's the top few wide receiver in the game. Was it Jackson? He gets upgraded, very usable on top end teams. So I think we complain a lot, but the things we complain about, like Mutt is currently holding this goddamn game together. Like it is. I want to say it's like Thor forging a new hammer. He is holding the forge together, getting blasted by a star. Like Mutt is currently Thor holding the gameplay and holding us to keep playing the game and keep grinding it, because it is. I think Mutt's great. I think the Thanksgiving, I knocked off a lot of points for that potluck pack being terrible, but and the turkey chowders being slightly overpriced. But other than that, the artwork, the solos, I think I like them. I mean, the solos had. I like that they had themes. They're doing the best they can to really tell a story. The players were very usable. The LT was recycled, which knocks a couple points off. But Walter was new from 15. It was the last time I think he was in. Oh no, he was in 16. So it's been a few years since we had Walter. Nice running back, even though Ricky kind of overshadows him still. He's like the big, tall statue that's providing shadow or shade for everybody. Yeah. So I think Thanksgiving, one of the best promos we've seen in years, and I think Mutt doing a good job, even though we complain about some of this shit. So moving on. Does anybody actually like solo blitzes or solo battles, Texas?
No, nobody likes these modes. It's just a good way to earn coins, and this week earn tokens. People are more mad this week because you can't earn actual collectibles for the Series 3 trophies.
Oh, yeah.
But people rather have those than actual these other items, because those are better in the long run. But nobody likes these things. Like, the fact you got to do a lot of this stuff and compete against people who are just as scumbaggy as you is annoying.
Okay, here's all right. So I think I'm gonna retract the retractment. So
Yeah.
Before the year, when we found out about solo battles, I said on this podcast, I don't think people are gonna like solo battles. I think people are gonna be bored of it by November, December-ish. I said that in September. I took it back because I'm like, I forgot how much people like enjoyed grind just for rewards, and people were fine with that. But I think it's starting to wear on people. I think July, August, Gut Fox had better foresight than September. When I was in the heat of the moment, when everybody was all about solo battles. I think more people play solo battles than head to head, than a lot of that stuff. So I think a lot of people are playing. A lot of people are okay with solo battles for the rewards. But like, that's like anything. Like, if you reward anybody enough, they'll do anything. Like, that's those famous questions. Like, would you suck a dick for $1 million? Like, people like have to think about that. Like, if you reward something enough, people will do some pretty disgusting things. Tex.
Yeah, easily. I don't think you're wrong, but I don't think you're right either. I think people are bored with solo battles because EA keeps putting the same teams in here.
So you think that's the issue? Like, it's like the teams.
It's just because I don't want to keep playing the same sad ass team over. I mean, nobody cares really at the same time. But when I'm going against Sports Gamer Online 40 times and like yo, why is he always a featured opponent? Why is he what is y'all that lazy? Y'all can't pull from a new pool of players? Like, what's going on right now? So I think it's that, and the fact that people just don't like doing the same thing. So I'm probably getting bored of that. But the coins you can make if you can just place, it's still a crazy amount for what results to a little amount of work. And think so. It takes about 13 hours to do my method on the solo battle.
That is not a low amount of work. 13 hours is like a part-time job.
Listen, Journey took 11 and it was worse rewards.
True.
So, like, if you want to compare to what EA believes is value, this is more value because you can do 13 hours and get like $550K, which may not be worth it. Or you can play Journey and get less than that for 11 hours, and you'll lose your mind with the Journey because they're terrible. Like, so.
Yeah. I feel about 13 hours a week for solo.
I don't even know if it's 13 hours. It's 45 minutes. It's 45 minutes of solo. So what does that equal out to?
Dude, pick up a part-time job at a bar.
Working 13 hours it's always better to go ahead and pick up a job than just buy coins. What is 45 times 13?
45 times 13, 450, 90, 130. So like 585.
So how much time is that?
Wait, what? How much time is
How
what?
much time is that? 40. So there's 13 solos. It takes about 45 minutes to do everything. I think 13 hours is overstating.
Okay.
It's 45 minutes of solo.
Oh, so just under 10 hours.
Okay, so it's not bad. That's better. That's decent rewards, and you get good coins that you can improve your team. And so I don't think people are bored. I think people love these things more than head-to-heads, but it might make the switch though. But it's just EA keeps throwing rewards and head-to-heads. There's not been no MUT Champions Blitz. Tell you that.
Ain't that the truth?
Why has not been no MUT Champions Blitz? That'd be dope. Play fucking 5 games?
We'll see if they do something this weekend for that. You mean I get what you're saying during the week of Blitz, yeah.
Yeah, like MUT Champions Blitz, where Monday you got to play 5 games, and Tuesday you got to play 5 games, and then just whoever wins those 5 games through the schedule, whatever, just top 100.
That ain't point differential.
Yeah, you can go by point differential. You can go by strength of schedule.
Yeah, strength of schedule would be better actually. You're right.
It'd be just kind of fun just to see a lot of this. What's going on. I just want to see more stuff for the people who are playing head-to-head, because people with MUT Champions get good rewards, obviously. But Solo Battle Blitz is an opportunity for guys that are good at one thing to excel, right? So I've seen a lot of guys that are placing top, they're placing high. They just get a bunch of passing touchdowns, getting top 100 because I can do this. I suck at running the ball, but I can throw the ball down the field. So I'm gonna go ahead and get myself a decent amount of coins this week. So
can somebody text that question? Can somebody suck at running the ball?
It's all about
Is that possible?
I mean, not online, no, but when your team's playing 40% less worse than they typically do.
Isn't it just run inside zone? Isn't it still inside zone work there?
No, it doesn't.
What's that?
It doesn't work in solo battles. The only thing that works in solo battles is running the ball consistently is just Wildcat.
Yeah, Wildcat was the next point. So Wildcat still works, but inside zone doesn't.
No, inside zone is weird because it depends on how your blocking is, but sometimes your left guard will just not block anybody, or sometimes your left tackle will block anybody, and sometimes you go to the second level, your receivers don't block anybody.
Depends on the inside zone too. That single you like the ace slot, right? Or trips?
No, not trips. Trips. Trips is annoying. Solid. I hate that. Yeah. I played a guy doing it against me online, and I was like, why? Why are you only running this? And so the only way to stop it consistently is put out my way on Telvin Smith, move him back and blitz him, and he just throws the receiver to the ground. But he still can't make the tackle because he's stuck in animation. What do I do now?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the biggest issue out my way and wham too. You get that sweet animation, and then all of a sudden you're just you're finishing it up in that last quarter of a second. The running back just runs right past you, and you can't do anything with Telvin. So you still relies on a user. So that is an issue. I definitely feel that. Anyways. So Blitz promo, what do you expect, dude?
Okay, so Blitz promo, I really want this to be very similar to last year's, and that's just because of it was a money spender promo, and the money spenders got good value. Night Train Lane did cost $200, but you also got a bunch of other players instead of Night Train as well, including you got
the keys,
and Aaron Donald and all the other stuff. So I felt like you got good value last year. And then I kind of want it like that. I just want basically you to be able to spend money and turn that money into coins immediately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So either Madden last year or Madden 17. Those are the 2 best Blitz promos I think we have had. Was Madden 17 the Tyron Smith?
Yep, 17 was Tyron.
Yeah. That's what I want to see. Just something where you can just go ahead and exchange something for straight cash. But I don't know what. I guess for the Master. I don't even know what would be, because Dick Lane's already in the game, so I don't know what other.
If they recycle Dick Lane again, I'll be kind of salty because I have him on my main squad and we just got a limited. He's already over $1 million. If they recycle a limited legend, fuck him, dude.
Yeah, I don't think they need to do that at all. But last year we had Aaron Donald, that's also worth it for the most part. You already got Aaron Donald, and we already got Khalil Mack, so JJ Watt maybe.
Yeah, he's already a kickoff master. Yeah.
Who are we gonna get this time that's gonna be super worth it? So I guess we'll see how they do. Hopefully it starts Thursday or Friday morning at midnight. Because I do not want to make it Friday morning. It'd be weird if Black Friday. It's just we'll do a Black Friday morning.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Okay, yeah, I'm being lazy this year.
It'll probably be obviously Friday morning makes the most sense. Last year they did 8 p.m. Eastern is when they started it on Thursday on Thanksgiving. The thing is, Guru said there'll be a slightly special stream Friday morning. I think on the MUT Daily Drops stream. So I almost think it might be Friday because I don't know. Do you think they're gonna? You think they'll do Thursday night again?
They kind of
wish they'd tell us.
I mean, they probably will announce it because they said. The Solo Battle Blitzes change on Thursday.
Oh. What do they
So
change to?
I probably will be blitz tickets. My guess would be. Let me see. I'm pretty sure things change this Thursday. Pretty sure I saw a post on Twitter about that.
Yeah, if you can find that, that'd be great. Cause like I need to know when I want to stream. Like if I got to stream Thursday night, I'll stream Thursday night. Let's get this blitz ditty going. Otherwise, if it's Friday morning, I'll stream Friday morning. I just wish like they would like this is one of those things, like one of those events that one of my favorite times of the year. This and the NFL draft, because it actually feels like an event's going on, like constantly updating it. And so like just letting us know when it's live, when we can do things. Like last year, was it at midnight or something where like they put out the special packs? I think it was midnight. And they were out there. They're like 1,000 packs, and they were like gone in like 5 minutes. I was able to get like I think 4 of them, and they were really cool packs. So, yeah, I just wish they'd tell us when it's going live so we can understand that.
I would like that as well, but they probably don't want. I don't. It's just they like keeping things on the rack. I guess they don't want to like poop on this current promo. They want to like have you go through everything instead of wait for the new one.
True. Did you see?
We all know what's coming.
Yeah. Did you find out what the changes?
I have not. I don't know who tweeted it out. Like I see these things on Twitter. I don't favorite anything. I just remember seeing that they said, all right, right here it says, okay, I found it. Limited time Blitz events are now on. Special rewards. Play the event to earn more Harvest Flyers and more rewards. Change on 11/22.
So that's Thursday. Huh.
Yeah.
I'll try and get this up tonight so that way people can speculate on it with us. So rewards change 11/22. Does that mean the rewards that you'll be getting on the 23rd change? Like, does that make sense? So, like, the rewards you go for on the 22nd change that you're going to get on the 23rd.
Yes, the rewards you get. So, Total Battle Blitz today, you get the flyer. Tomorrow, you get 20 more flyers. And then whatever happens tomorrow, after tomorrow, it's going to change. And we'll get those rewards on Friday.
That's all right.
So, it's going to be something with Blitz. It has to be something with Blitz.
Oh, yeah, totally. Huh. So, they'll basically tell us probably tomorrow in the stream or Thursday in the stream.
Hoping that's the case.
Yeah. All right.
Or we'll just find out in the morning. We log on man. It says Blitz tokens or something like that.
Do you think the Masters going to be 96 overall, or are they going to stick with another 95?
I think we probably won't see 96s until Christmas.
I would say that's accurate.
And we have enough players that we probably don't need a 96 right now, because then if it's like, let's say it's a recycle legend you already have, that's going to be a power-up. So it'll be a 97, which would be 99. I think 95 makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Damn. Unless it's Night Train Lane and there's no power up.
Well, yeah, you're right. If we do Night Train again, then they can do 96 all they want. Which is what, a 2 overall increase?
God, I would fucking hate that. That would be so terrible.
You can rock both of them, bro. Oh no, say Madden 16.
Yeah, it ain't Madden's where you can get four guys in your D line, your Zadarius Smiths, and Madden 25 where it was nothing but golden ticket Donald Penn, right?
Basic, bro. I remember Donald Penn at tight end and left tackle and backup tight end, bro. You just ran. Oh my, Click would ruin that game. Jesus, man, just cheesing with Donald Penn.
Yeah, with the QB rap and stuff. All right, so Blitz promo. Yeah, I'm hoping it rhymes to last year's promo, because I thought last year's promo was nice with all the tickets and the unlock. So like then you got the Night Train Lane keys. So you get like it's kind of like a twofer value almost. And then I think a lot of it, again, so much of this promo, it's hard to say because the economics are, it's so fragile, right? The economics, like it could turn the promo into something great, or it could turn the promo into something ugly with like Mean Joe Green costing 2 million coins to do for a long time, and then he sells for like 1 million, or like they stay too expensive, or if everything. Is there such thing as too cheap? Like, is too cheap also an issue, because then that card's going to be in everyone's team for the next 5 months?
I don't even know if too cheap can be an issue or not, because just because the card is like nat or cheap enough, I don't think it's going to be an issue. Because
what if EA gave us a 97 overall quarterback that cost 300,000 coins? Would that be too cheap? And then if you do all the solos and stuff, yeah, Mahomes.
You do the solos.
But the thing is with Mahomes is that like Mahomes is balanced against the other quarterbacks.
Yeah, he looks very similar to a lot of, except for Vic, because Vic
like a free Mike Vick. Say Blitz Masters Mike Vick, and it's 97 with a power up pass.
Yeah, the 92
no,
Vic or so.
No, one, because you can power up pass a lot of cards. There's a lot of options there.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna see a Vic on everybody's team, because Vic's better than the other quarterbacks, but I don't think he's like head and
Now how plus he also the training was like expensive then, so his
Yeah.
89 still.
But
the card is
what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Oh, go on. You go.
I was say like only cards are overpowered and annoying to go against when there's no counter to them. So when Vic, like I said, when Vic first came out, the only counter to Vic was you just got to tackle him behind the line of scrimmage. That's the only counter to him. Because if you got past line of scrimmage, you weren't going to catch him.
Blitz him heavy. Hopefully throw something wild.
Because you weren't going to be able to. You couldn't catch him after that. Because I think the fastest card in the game was that Shazier.
Yeah, I'm really
offense.
I'm really annoyed that contain blitzes no work. I'm trying to think of how I would contain a Vic that fast now, and I'm really pissed off actually. Besides, like,
you can't.
Yeah.
I mean,
because he can outrun spies.
Yeah, if he can't be contained,
it's god dang. Yeah, I mean, obviously I could get Daryl Green could be the counter to him, but he can outrun like Page, 82 speed defensive tackle, fast tackle. The only one he would have trouble outrunning is LT. And do you want LT in a spy? Is that a good use of LT? No.
No, LT none of those cards. Like that's a waste really. Like you only put him in the spies if you know that he's gonna scramble.
Yeah,
then that's actually a good use. But if he's gonna sit there and just make your best pass rusher not even do anything, that's a good part on him. Because now he has time in the pocket.
Yeah, it's god damn. I hate that nerf to contain blitzes. Because like even I'm thinking like 3-4 Crossfire would relied on contains to keep him from rushing outside the pocket. Because if you didn't have a contain on that right side, they just roll out right. And they'd fuck you. So, man, looks like I send a blitz and have a spy, but like spies, I guess JJ Watt at a spy since he's tall can cover a little bit of the middle, but then he's gonna get outrun by Vic.
Yeah, only guy you can do would be just Clowney. It'd be the only guy that can like Diamond Clowney and just hope that they have. Maybe Shaq Griffin.
Yeah,
he's a cheap one. Because he can, he's a little cheap little spy out there, just so you can just have a guy that can just 89 speed coming off that spot, and he plays outside linebacker, I believe. So you can put him at left end and just put him at you can't summon a D tackle, but you can just have him as like a backup left end for that spy.
Yeah, that'll work.
And keep Lawrence Taylor out there. True. Who is just the most? I don't know why they keep dropping right ends in Madden. Like they're right ends and left ends. None of like Lawrence Taylor. Who cares?
Yeah. I mean, like. Obviously, for 3-4 defenses, you'd want him, and they can play defensive tackle for you. But yeah, Lawrence Taylor is best player in defense, no doubt about it. And like he can be usered amazingly. He can rush the passer amazingly, stop the run amazingly. I guess coverage he's only okay. But here's the thing: I've seen the legend Lawrence Taylor bait the fuck out of me. So I ran level sales one play, and the user went and covered, I think, or maybe it was like hard flat, so the user covered my tight end. Lawrence Taylor in the other middle linebacker spot. This was like 3-5 odd, I think. So he baited one crosser. He covered that. Went back to the second one, and then it wasn't level sale. It was a post pattern. I had a post pattern go behind him, and he picked it off 12 yards behind him. I was like, you fucking CPU son of a bitch. So he baited 2 routes and then picked off my post route 12 yards behind him. Man, was I salty at that. So LT also amazing in coverage. Anyways, so for the Blitz promo, let's hope it's amazing, right? Let's just pray. I got nothing else on that.
I'm just hoping that we get some really good players.
Are you buying bundles for it?
It depends what the bundles are. We'll see what value is. We'll see. I never make that commitment because EA. We all know EA's track record: one good promo, one bad promo. So Thanksgiving was good.
Yep.
And so if we want Christmas to be good, this Blitz has to be bad.
Oh shit! This is Zach Press. Whoa! Can't Blitz be good and then like the Hall of Fame upgrades in a week be terrible or like motivators be underwhelming?
When have you had 2 back-to-back good promos though?
Would you say Ultimate Kickoff was good or bad?
It's
been a while.
Ultimate Kickoff was like right at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And that followed up with Mud Heroes.
Yeah.
I would say it's average. It's better than it's not terrible because the solos are good, and then the rewards were good for like what you got back, and then you obviously get a 92s. But I didn't like the whole collecting 490s for 192.
Yeah,
that just seemed like a huge enough upgrade to me. And you got 4 of them back, obviously. But I guess it was better. I was better than average. If I had to rate it out of a number 1 to 10, I give that a 6.5 to a 7. So
yeah, I'd say it was.
I would say it's good.
The cards are just okay. Yeah, that JJ Watt set though, like it's weird that we haven't seen something like that since, right? Where you get the JJ Watt and you exchange it for all of his power ups.
That was Gatorade.
Oh, that's right. That's Gatorade, not Ultimate Kickoff.
Yeah, that one I think EA realized because we were scumbags. I'm telling you, they don't think we're smart, bro. They don't think we're smart. They didn't think we were gonna somehow find a way to use our Nat Tyrann Mathieu and our Nat Clowney and our Nat JJ Watt to get a free Team Diamond. I don't think they knew we were gonna. I'm telling you, bro.
I mean, that's just a good set. That's hard to foresee, right? For EA's sake, like that was a good find.
Is it just be like, oh, so they get the Nat one back?
Yeah.
I mean, they could have made it non-collectible. They could just made it only powerful, but they didn't.
Don't give them that idea, Tex.
I'm not getting. They don't listen to this podcast.
You'd be surprised.
If they did, they wouldn't come on here because we say some mean things. Well, I say some mean things. I call them lazy all the time.
Yeah, I said their excuses no longer work on me earlier in the podcast. So, all right. So I think we just want to do a brief topic. You brought up sets, and you asked me before the podcast, are there any sets this year any good? And we were thinking about it, like, not really. Flashback was good for a while. You said series trophies. Talk about why Madden 13 sets were like, and also MUT Heroes sets were solid too. That downgradable player set was good for a while. I think I talked about Mark Monday this past week. It's no longer working as well for me, but it's so they've had a few sets, and this recent promo had no downgrade set, no really set that you can make coins off of either by gambling on packs or much at all. Overall, the house wins on sets and you lose coins.
Mm-hmm.
Why has that changed since MUT 13, and what could they do?
All right, so back in MUT 13, a lot of the sets that we ended up doing kind of dictated what cards to go for in the market, and that was just good for pulling packs. So back then, you pull, I forgot the name, but I think we just call them gold packs. They had a bunch of golds that you could pull out of those packs, and depending on what set was in the game at that time, they brought value to those certain golds. So one of the examples I talked about before on the pre-show with Fox was one of these promos, like the day before it went live, Drew Brees jumped up from like 10,000 coins, which was like his average price, to like 150K. And that's because the next day they dropped like some Campus Hero set or like some set that requires you to collect this Drew Brees. It might have been a Pro Bowl set actually. It was like something crazy that requires you to collect this guy to get like Pro Bowl cards back. It was a pretty dope set to keep the value of a lot of these cards up. Whereas this year in Madden, we don't really get sets that increase the value of old cards. The only thing that increases value of old cards are power-ups.
Yep.
This year. And when it comes to sets, we'll get sets for new cards, but like my big thing with Madden was keep the cards I got my binder from like a couple months ago valuable, like ever so often. So like just drop some sets where I can collect these golds and get better value. Whereas this year, the only thing you can do is collect them golds for collectibles or token. Quick sell for training.
Yeah.
You have two options, whereas before you had an option to sell for a lot of coins because there was something people wanted to collect that gold card for. And Madden 13 had a bunch of collections like that. They're called collections back then. A bunch of collections where you can collect these golds and these silvers and rookie cards that ended up going up in price on the auction block for good rewards. And it kind of sucks that this year you only really good set that you should be doing consistently is like the series token sets, and that's just because there's no value in anything else unless you get a really glitchy pull. And depending on how much coins it took to get that, it may not even be worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends. Like you can't base these sets on luck. I mean, that's just, you got to base it on like factoring no luck in, like what's the average pull versus rate of return. So with these sets, why don't they give value? I don't know why they ruined it. I think I'm down with what you say. I think EA might think like, hey, we put in Team Diamonds, so that should solve all the gold issues for a while. So like they're still relying on those Team Diamond sets to kind of drive value to a lot of the gold players, whereas like it's past its time. We need some more like full, like, I know they traditionally waited for like position heroes and stuff, but we need like either a gold master or some sort of gold set that comes into this game that drives the value there. That really brings out like the basically what I call pack filler. The shitty things you get in pack besides for the pulls that you want. That basically drives like the lower, like the like we talked about at the top of the podcast, the value to the bundle. So give us something, not only like, so this really helps your money spenders, a lot of the people that you are catering to because you want to, you know, like a casino, get money from people. So you cater to these people to give them value for their bundles, and just make a gold set. It only takes one card art and one set to put in the game. You had to put 200 gold, 70 to 79, or maybe 100 low golds, 100 high golds, something like that, into a set. It doesn't really matter. I'd say 200 of either of them. And boom, all of a sudden your value for one 94 overall cornerback or 95 whatever it is, and there, boom, gold's instantly go up in price, and you can do that once every month.
Think about what they did at the beginning of the year with the Saquon set. They increased the right price of rookies.
Yeah.
And so I was selling punters and kickers for like $10K.
I love it.
Yeah, I think that's better than I think we don't really need a promo like, oh, we need to come up with something creative. No, you can just do something like that where you just, I don't know. That's why I like Roadmaster and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
Other sets in the game where you could basically, like, they just give you, it's like they give you content, but it's just like, here's a silver set where you collect a bunch of silvers for a nice card. Or here's like last year we had the Casey Hayward, there's a gold set. Like, it just, stuff like that. Was that last year or that year before last?
That might have been 2 now, but I'm not sure.
It might have been 2 years ago. But just stuff like that is just so simple to provide value for just old cards. Because when you pull packs, you get one new promo card and 2 old ones. Yeah. Or no, it's not 2, but it's like 1 new promo card and everything else is pretty much like, if a packet contains 5, like 4 out of 5 of the cards is going to be silvers and golds from the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. So why not put more value into them other than just making silver tokens and gold tokens or quick selling them for training?
I love it. So simple, so elegant, so perfect of a design there, and then change it out once a month. All you need is 2 new cards a month to satisfy that set. Mm-hmm. All right. So hopefully some more stuff like that in the future where they actually make sets somewhat profitable or somewhat doable. But Texas, what are you thankful for this year?
I am thankful for my sub base. I'm thankful for my dog. She my road dog. She's annoying as hell, but I'm thankful for her. I'm thankful for my friends and family in my life that helped me impact, and I'm thankful for Madden Ultimate Team for having a good mutt so far. Thankful for my man Gut Fox for being the greatest podcast partner of all time.
Oh, you're too kind, Tex.
Thankful for water. I'm thankful for just the opportunities that are coming up. So I'm looking forward to how this next year is about to go.
Yeah.
What about you?
I am thankful. I'm thankful for having something I can do where I can say whatever I want and face no repercussions. Like
my man got out of his corporate job and now he's like, I'm free.
Like a bird. I could talk about penis and vagina and poop and boobs all I want.
Yeah. Not worry about somebody calling your boss saying, "You see your employee on stream?"
Yeah, exactly. No face reveal. Did it. No repercussions. That's hot. Otherwise, I just want to echo what Texas said. Greatest co-host ever, and echo a lot of his thankfulness. I mean, it's good time to be alive, right? Yes, as many problems as there are, I think we're bending towards positivity or towards good, as I think Martin Luther King said.
Neutral good.
What's that?
Neutral good.
Well, good. The world bends towards good over time.
Yeah.
It's getting better every year. It's like a Beatles song too. So that's what I'm thankful for. Let's keep it on. And hopefully we're going to have some good... I looked through the questions from last week. There's nothing too crazy. People like ScoMo. That's good.
Yeah. They like people that can talk and are confident about what they're saying. So,
yeah.
Great guess. I'm glad we got people in the community like that can convey their opinions and thoughts eloquently.
Yeah, I saw one high-rated comment was... ScoMo said he nailed everything he said, and he said it without raging or cursing. I feel personally attacked.
I be the same way, bro. I be out here saying, "What the fuck are y'all be doing?" Yeah, what are you, what? Y'all thought this was a good idea?
Yeah, raging and cursing is like half of my content. Yeah,
you and me both.
Yeah, insulted.
Let's just mad at them.
All right, everybody. Oh no, wait, yeah, this is my channel. Everybody, check out Texas in the links below. If you're on iTunes, rate us what you think we deserve. 5 if you loved us. 1 if you hated us. Or in the middle if you don't know how to make a decision. But Tex, appreciate you coming on again. Just us two.
Yep. Every time it's just us two, talk for like 7 hours. So.
Crazy.
It was a good one though.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good one. It was a very good one.
Yep.
All right. Take it easy, dudes. I will catch you tomorrow.
All right. Take it easy.